One of the biggest secrets to success in the crypto markets is simply just being early. So, if you had bought Ethereum when it first came out or Bitcoin, you'd be up like crazy despite the even recent, cryptocurrency downturn. Similarly, any of the early NFT projects like CryptoPunks or Bored Ape Yacht Club, if you purchased those, you'd be up a massive amount. So time is definitely your big advantage here, but, nobody on the face of this planet has a time machine, so you can't go back and actually replicate these opportunities. So what's your next best shot? Well, it's to find new things that could have a similar trajectory. But how do you do that? There's so much noise out there. There's always too many things to stay on top of. A lot of projects will end up going to zero. So how do you actually filter out the opportunities so that you can place your own bets? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to talk about in this video today. I'm going to talk about this as a blockchain developer who's been in this space for a long time and works this technology on a daily basis, and how you can get in early and find new crypto projects before they blow up. So before we get into that, if you're new around here, hey, I'm Gregory, and on this channel, I turn you into a blockchain master. So if that's something that you're interested in, then smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to this channel. And if you want to know how to master blockchain step-by-step from start to finish, then head on over to dappuniversity.com/bootcamp to get started today. All right, so let's get into this. So the spoils of the crypto markets definitely go to people who get in early to new projects before they really blow up, all right? So I want to talk about a strategy for doing this in this video, okay? So essentially, the best edge that you have in this is basically finding out about more opportunities as they come onto the scene before other people know about them, and really knowing about as many as possible, and then setting a set of criteria to filter through those opportunities to find out which ones you actually want to place some bets on to increase the likelihood of success, and how you can create some of those criteria. Because that's one of the coolest things about crypto is you can basically be like your own venture capitalist in this case, where, you're spreading, venture type bets on these new things, and you can look at a lot of different opportunities and vet which ones you want to, get into. So, a lot of people are making money this way off of new cryptocurrency tokens that are launching. There's new projects launching all the time, or NFTs, all right? That's been a huge trend that's really popped up. We're seeing new NFT drops, token airdrops, yield farming rewards all the time. And the trick is really about finding more and more and more of these opportunities and filtering through to the best bets really early on. So I'm talking about how to do that. But first, before I do, I want to talk about the wrong way, which is what most people do, before I want to talk about the method that I propose in this video. So here's the wrong way to do this. And this is what most people do, okay? So a lot of people just try to mine social media, okay? They try to get glued on Discord servers all day. They try to find every single new website, get in there and try to find all these, alpha leaks before they hit the mainstream. But this is a massive problem. It's so noisy inside these chat rooms. You have to watch so many different Discord servers to find that edge. Or other people are glued to Twitter all day trying to find, new leads as they come out. But you have another massive problem here, which is basically you have lots of influencers who will buy things before other people. And then once they hit Twitter or whatever social media outlet you're watching, you're behind. So with both of these strategies, you have two big problems. There's way too much noise to pay attention to. That's problem number one. And problem number two is, you're still not early whenever you find about these things in these social circles when people are talking about them. So let's talk about the right way to do this. All right, that's the wrong way. This is the right way. So the right way is actually to use the blockchain itself. Because don't forget, anytime these projects launch, you know about it right when it hits the chain. It's a public ledger. All the information's there. And that's amazing. But you do have another problem, okay? So, you could use a public block explorer like Etherscan to look up all the transactions and go through every project. But you have an insane issue here. There's over 1 million transactions per day on the Ethereum blockchain alone, not to mention other chains. Okay. And so you just don't have the manpower to sift through all that. But one of the coolest things about being a blockchain developer is if you actually understand how to use the blockchain and pull in all this information, you can generate insights on it and actually do things like surface trends, find the really important stuff, cut through the noise to find really meaningful projects as soon as they launch that's gaining traction, and ultimately find these opportunities before other people. So this has actually been my personal focus over the past year or so. And I actually built an application that does exactly what I'm talking about. I spent a long time, building this application behind the scenes. I've kind of dropped some hints about it on this channel over the past several months. A lot of people have asked me about this. And so in this video, I want to show you how it actually solves the exact problem that I'm talking about. And I'm going to show you how you can use it. So make sure you stick around at the end of this video to find out. All right, so let me give you a quick tour of like how this application can do exactly what I'm talking about in this video. There's a lot of different things that it can do, but I want to hone in on one thing in this video today, okay, that gives you the edge of being early. So definitely subscribe, turn notifications. I'm going to make a couple more videos about this, talk about the other features in the application. But what I want to talk about right now is actually how to look at trends on chain, how to find new projects to start trending really quickly. So all the projects on top of the blockchain, whether it's a token, an NFT, are governed by smart contracts. Okay, these are just programs that are on the blockchain. All NFTs are smart contracts. All tokens are smart contracts. And I can actually track all the assets on chain and find new assets that are created and then look at how much money is actually flowing into these projects on certain time intervals, okay? And I can also see who's depositing into those contracts, who's buying these things, actually generate social proof insights into, projects that certain people are making bets on that can help you determine whether you want to move forward with something like this. So let me show you how this works and how, I would use it to evaluate new projects, okay? So you can see here that essentially I've got a list of contracts that were created recently, okay, that have significant financial inflows into them over certain time periods. So right now I've got filtered by the past hour. So this basically shows you something that's really hot right now. So this is all live. I'm not like scripting this. So I'm looking at the chain as I'm making this video to kind of like talk about the opportunities. So, I can just click through these and actually look at a block explorer and see what it is. I've actually got it labeled here in the app. It's the Tubby Cats NFT, which at the time I record this video has absolutely blown up. I've been using this application the past couple of days to actually watch this project, okay? So it's not financial advice. It's telling you to buy this. By the time this video comes out, it may not be that early opportunity anymore like I was talking about, but I'm just showing you how I'm using the application to do this. So what I would do, let's just say I was looking at this for the first time. I clicked through to it. I would see all the activity on here. I'm going to have to kind of pretend, go back in time from when I first saw this project. Basically, I would look at it. I would just like Google it, okay, and then find out what the project is. So I would find that it's this, okay? Now, when I first saw this project, it had a minting page live. There was also a whitelist associated with it. A lot of NFT projects are having early whitelist to reward users, but you can still find out about opportunities as they start getting traction, even if it's whitelisted. And then whenever the public sales goes live, you can usually they'll announce when it's going to be, and you can be first in line to jump on that opportunity as well. That's what I would do. Essentially, I would look at these projects, see what's trending, do some quick research on it, find out what's their website, what's their project like, how can I get some of the asset if I want to make a bet, if I need to be whitelisted, how do I do that? Or, can I wait until a public sale and just set an alert on my calendar to be ready? And so if you're able to use this tool to find out those projects without having to like spend all day in a Discord server and get in line, actually mint it and get in successfully, okay, then how do you make money off of that? All right. So, well, if you had minted one of these NFTs, all right, you can see the actual transaction here on Etherscan. It costs 0.1 Ether to mint. All right. And you can see that right now on OpenSea, at the time of recording this video, now the public sale has finished, that the floor price is 0.4 ETH. So that'd be a 4x on your money if you were able to get in on that really, really quickly. And there'd be really no other way to replicate that kind of return on this particular project. Like if you're not early, you've missed the boat. And you can have a huge edge of finding those types of things by looking at the actual blockchain data itself, finding those trends before they, are populated on social media or in Discord servers. And this is a huge edge at finding that type of thing. So another thing we're talking about is like when you're evaluating these projects, you can do social proof, okay? That's what's really cool about this tool as well. So, if you're like, because it's not like you're just going to see every project that comes out and you just buy it and it blows up, right? Some stuff's not going to work. So how do you try to spread your bets more in a more educated way? Well, you can use social proof, which essentially says, what are other people doing, all right? And people that have reputation and trust. So, when you look at new projects, you can see, who is following those projects. That's a good start. Is it people on Twitter, trust? But what you can also do is actually like follow what other people are doing, actually buying on chain. And it's like, do as I do, not as I say. And the blockchain's 100% proof of that. So, you had that problem I talked about before where a lot of influencers might buy stuff and then talk about it later, but you can actually see what they do before they talk about it, okay? So the good news is on blockchain, that can all be tracked. And we know about a lot of really important accounts with this application and can track what they're doing. And so we can use that social proof to evaluate new projects as they're coming out. So like when I was talking about here with contracts that are trending, we can see that of a proprietary segment that we have created that we say we want to pay attention to, we see that, 230 people out of that segment have actually, put money into this project. So you can see that's really strong social proof from this core segment that they are interested in this. And that can be a good, useful heuristic for determining what you might want to do yourself, as opposed to projects where nobody from these popular segments actually wants to touch at all. All right, so that's just one way that you can use this tool to find projects before other people that can blow up. All right. So I'm going to talk about more in this video, but really quickly, I'm just going to give you the details on this because a lot of people have asked. So how can you get access to this? Well, we're going to go live on Wednesday, March 30th. That's in just a few weeks. So you need to sign up with a special link down below because I'm going to be sending out some critical details on how you can join. So more on that at the end of this video, but trust me, you don't want to miss this. So hold your spot down below. All right. So I'm going to show you another example of me using this tool in real time to evaluate new opportunities. So I'm literally just going to keep looking at new projects that have significant inflows in the past hour and see what's trending, use social proof, and try to forecast what a potential opportunity might be. Okay. So I'm just going to look at the next thing on this list that's labeled. Okay. So it's a gem swap. So I just look at it on Etherscan here. You can see there's significant activity. All right. I'm going to just click on this link that Etherscan has provided and see that, this is a new NFT marketplace. Okay. So, this is a new project, all right? And one thing that I've seen happen a lot with new projects, again, I don't know this is going to necessarily happen at the time of recording this video. I'm just talking about how I analyze these opportunities. One really popular opportunity is for people to do airdrops to these new projects because NFT marketplaces are a huge trend. So there could be an airdrop, for people who have used GemSwap, before in the early days before they have some sort of token. I don't know. I don't have insider information, but that's a guess. So maybe what I would do is basically use this and maybe make a transaction on GemSwap to see if I would get some type of reward on that. That could have a big financial payoff long term. And if I use, this application to see, hey, what are the other people doing in my smart segment here? That a lot of people are, using this. So stands to reason that I'd probably be in good company if I were to try that. It wouldn't cost me very much and the upside could be significant if I got an airdrop. All right. And so another way that you can use this is actually to find new token projects or cryptocurrencies themselves. Okay. It's not just NFTs because new tokens are launching a lot. And so what you can do is a lot of times whenever these tokens launch, they'll hit, decentralized exchanges pretty fast. And so you can find contracts like pools on decentralized exchange where people are taking these tokens and they're adding liquidity, and you actually start to see meaningful trading volume. Okay, you can see like lists of Uniswap pools that pop up here. You'll see some lots of other exchanges, and if you find out about these, then you can, get these cryptocurrencies early as well before the prices go up. So this is an example of like the Looks Rare token chart that I actually found with the application as soon as it came out. We actually had some other people from our early beta group get on this project as well. And so you can see this basically did a 3x when it launched. Now the price has not performed so well over the long term, but if you're talking about short-term opportunities, short-term flips, then it did, incredibly well. And so that leads me to my next point is how do you use this to like look at lots of different opportunities? Of course, the price of everything is not going to go up. Not every bet's going to work out. So how can you use this to, try to increase the likelihood that you might find good bets? Well, exactly as I said before, using that social proof, all right, and actually seeing like what are other people doing on chain itself, but also just knowing about more stuff. On the one hand, there's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of, bogus projects, but this helps you cut through the noise and find a small list of things. But even then, you can filter even further. Okay, maybe you set a criteria for yourself that some things you want to get in on early, some things you want to let it, find out about it, and then let the initial hype cycle go through and maybe accumulate some things later after that initial hype cycle has kind of died out because you believe long-term success. Either way, you're going to have this highway of information about new trending projects that you want to keep your eye on, whether it's just for, a really quick turnaround or to keep it on the long term without having to sit there and mine Discord, without having to, let influencers talk about things that they might end up dumping later. This gives you transparency in the entire process and gives you a huge edge at finding about new stuff before other people. So again, this is a project I've been working on for a really long time. So many people have asked me about this. I've kind of dropped some hints about it on this channel over the past few months. But we are going to go live with this on Wednesday, March 30th. So you need to make sure you sign up the link down below to hold your spot today. We're going to be sending out some critical updates about how you can get in on this as soon as we launch. So that's what I got for today. As always, smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. That really helps these videos out so that more people can learn about this stuff, learn about blockchain. And if you're as fascinated with this technology as I am, you want to get your hands dirty, how can you get started today? You go to my YouTube homepage. You can find my free courses there. They're like Udemy courses, but they're totally free. And if you like those and you want to take the next step, or hey, maybe you want to take a master shortcut entirely, how can you trade a master blockchain step-by-step start to finish over at dappuniversity.com/bootcamp. You don't have to be an expert to get started today. I've helped people with zero coding experience become real-world blockchain developers in a matter of months. So that's all I've got. Until next time, thanks for watching Dapp University.